guys, Features Gaming here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today, as you can see, we are on SCR, and no, we are not going onto the SCR Discord like we have been doing for the previous few videos, because what we're doing now is we are checking out the new routes of the game that have been added, and we all covered all of the new routes in the last video. So if you want to see the new routes, make sure you go ahead and check out that video. But today we are going to be driving probably one of the longest routes that was added to this update, which is Rayleigh Bay to Llyn-by-the-Sea. You can do this exact same route on Express, but you can only do it with diesel trains, and we're going to be doing it in the 170. Obviously, I wasn't able to do it in the 385 because that is an electric train, and you can only drive diesel trains down the Rayleigh Bay branch. So that is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing the 170-5 double, which is 100 miles per hour, much more quicker than the train that we did in the last episode. But let's go ahead and drive here. We are going to go to North Shore Depot, which has actually been updated. I will talk about that though in a future video. As you can see, it fully looks like a depot now and not just a siding. But again, we will talk about that in a future video. But let's go ahead and get up to Llyn-by-the-Sea, and then we'll obviously turn around, go back to Rayleigh Bay. It does say how it is Rayleigh Bay to Llyn-by-the-Sea, but the thing is that there aren't, any depots close to Rayleigh Bay to start at Rayleigh Bay. I think most drivers will be starting from North Shore Depot and going to Llyn, unless people want to start from, Famir, which is, it's fine. It's fine. But, those that kind of want to do a full route, like me as a content creator, I kind of want to do, the entire route. So that is why I'm going to Llyn-by-the-Sea to then turn around and go back. So again, I talked about this new driving system as well in the last video. So obviously make sure you go ahead and check that out as well. But don't leave just yet. There'll be a link to that. Well, there may be a video to that at the end of the video. I'm not actually too sure, to be honest. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and check that out, make sure you click the iCard up there and go ahead and watch it if you wish to do so. But let's go ahead and drive over to Llyn-by-the-Sea, and then we will turn around and go back. So hopefully I should be able to demonstrate the tips and tricks that I was saying in the last video about trying to manage this new braking system, and not completely, what's the word I'm trying to think of, not show you not how to do it. I think that makes sense. So yeah, hopefully with this guide, it might help you a little bit to get a bit more better with driving. New players, the way how I cleared that without going and clicking the thing down here was I simply just clicked Q. That is a hotkey in order to clear the AWS, but you can click it. It is really what works for you. I've just been pressing Q for many years, so that's what I've just learned to do basically whenever I play SCR. So we are entering platform 10, as we saw by the platform indicator on top of the signal. And like I said in the last video as well, annoyingly, the terminating stations are now 15 miles an hour. This is going to be a painstaking process entering Llyn-by-the-Sea. It takes so long to enter the platforms. But we will be curving around to the right just in a second to go down this track. There you go. And I don't know if this train has had upgrade. I think the door sounds have been changed on this train. I can't fully remember about that. I will just have a quick look as we turn around though. But let's go ahead and drop down the speed, and we'll obviously get ready to stop as well. So just to be a bit more safe than sorry, stop it way earlier. So let me just have a quick look. Has there been any sound changes? No, there hasn't actually. All right, I thought there was. My mistake. So everything is pretty much the same. Pretty much is. But yeah, let's now go ahead and wait, and then we can turn around and go to Rayleigh Bay. So next leg, we're on time. We should be. I don't see anything wrong with us being late.
Service to Rayleigh Bay.
But there we are,
Calling at
loading up the
North
passengers
Shore,
ready to go to Rayleigh Bay.
Starry Lock, West Wyvern, Millcastle, Millcastle Racecourse, Wester Coast, Faymere, Edgemead, Aslockby, Carnally Bridge, and Rayleigh Bay. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
I don't know why I said 3, but there you go. So yeah, it's a pretty long schedule. I think it's like 20 or so minutes, like 20 minutes in order to complete the entire thing. So it does take quite a while. It does take quite a while. Something that I have just noticed though is that when I pressed N, which I believe used to come up with the schedule before the 2.0 update, well, I'm pressing N now and the schedule isn't coming up unless it's changed to under the keybind. But I usually used to press N to bring up the schedule, but now I actually have to click the video. Can you move this around? No. You can move it around as well in the last update, so I guess that is one thing that they have changed as well. Anyway, let's now go ahead and close the doors and we can get going. So now we are actually pulling out of the station. We can now go 30, not restricted to 50 miles an hour this time. We can speed away. So yeah, next up is North Shore. So I believe we will get up to 100, so I can show you a little bit of the stopping system. So let's get up to 60 right now. So like I said in the last update, wait for the distance of your next station to come down to about 0.4, and that's where you want to drop down to 45. So we'll keep that in mind. Obviously, if you're going a bit slower, like if you're going 60, then you can probably wait, for a bit longer, probably like 0.2 or something like that to start braking. I'm pretty sure, you can modulate when to start braking based off your speed. Once you get comfortable at, slowing down from 125 at 0.4 down to 45, I'm pretty sure by then you can then sort of learn a bit of, logic about where, when to start braking. But anyway, just watch that speed or watch that distance. Watch that distance. Obviously, make sure you are paying attention to other things as well. So, obviously, you can go up to 90 now. But obviously, we are waiting on that distance, obviously. So, once it hits 0.4, that's when you want to start braking and go down to about 45. Obviously, if you are obviously going a bit more quicker, or going a bit more slower, like I said, like what I was going, I could have waited, a bit longer to start braking. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, you would usually slow down to about 45, as you're on the station approach. Obviously, we were done, we did it a bit more earlier because we weren't going, that speed. And then, like I say, as you enter into the station, you drop down to 30. And then as you enter the station, you just slowly bring it down to about 20, then bring it down to 10. And then as you're approaching the stop car marker, you bring it down to 5. And then you wait for your marker to start braking. Let's do it about there as it moves out of sight. And there we go. 9 times out of 10, you'll stop in the right place. And then you open the doors and wait for the passengers to get on. So that's kind of how to, that's kind of learning how to start the braking process. You just slow down to 45, slow down to 30, and then just incrementally bring it down. And like I said, as you get comfortable with that, you'll start learning, how to modulate that brake a bit more better. So when you get already experienced with it, you can slow down from 100 and stop at Llyn-by-the-Sea, for example, in the tunnel, and not then think that you're pressing S, but then figure out that you're pressing W, causing you to crash into the buffer. That may or may not have happened in one of my recent streams. Not naming any. But anyway, let's now go up to 90 and start our acceleration to Starry Lock. So, yeah, Starry Lock. Oh, yeah, I forgot that was on this route. So, again, just keep watching that distance to the next station, and you should be good to go, basically. So, you can even go up to 100 here. But, again, I want to be mindful of this distance. So, like I said, roughly about 0.4. Start braking. Down to 45. That's actually 50. And then, like I said, you will get slowed down before the station approach. There you go. And then as you approach the station, then you want to drop it down to about 30. And then look out the side mirror so you can then learn when to start braking. So we'll drop it down to 20. That's 10.
Rayleigh Bay.
And then wait for a bit more. Drop it down to 5 now. And then wait for a start braking. So usually when it hides behind the pillar, there you go. Slow down. It's a light overshoot, but does it really matter? No, it doesn't. But yeah, there you go. Keybinds that you can use to like look left and right are the arrow keys or the crocodile teeth keys, whichever one you want to like learn it as. Also known as the full stop and comma keys. If you're on keyboard, you know, you can use those to basically look around the cab like that. So unless you don't want to use the mouse, you can just use one of those arrow keys. There we go. Now off to West Wyvern. So we will obviously go ahead and speed up. Obviously, one of the stations that was majorly updated. And I agree with everyone that was saying, you know, on that video. I think that the station has been massively improved since the old one, and in my opinion, probably one of the most detailed improvements to a station I've seen. That I enjoy as well. Obviously, Llyn-by-the-Sea, Rayleigh, Bay, they are, some good, stations that I enjoyed adding as well, or enjoy seeing being added. But I think West Wyvern, it's just been massively updated, so much, got rid of one of the platforms, and yeah, I think it is probably one of the best stations in SCR now, to be honest. It's had a really good upgrade. All right, we'll drop down to 60 because that was one of the next speedboard restrictions, but we've hit that 0.4 threshold, so let's now go ahead and slow down to 45. Now, West Wyvern has caused me a little bit of, not really so much grief, but it's caused me a few issues trying to stop, so let's try and resolve those issues. So once again, I'll just look out the right so we can judge that braking zone. So slow down to 20 now. Slow down to 10. And then we'll wait for that 5-car marker. Drop it down to 5. Now, I don't know when to start braking for this one, so probably about there, I'm going to say. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Usually the stopping part is so much of a guessing game, but obviously if you're going 5, it's really hard to, it's really easy to, judge where you're going to stop, really. But if you're coming in at, at about 100, there's no chance you're stopping. There just isn't no chance. Like, there might have been a small chance before 2.0, but with this new driving system, you're going to have to get used to it, I think. You're going to really have to get used to it. Anyway, let's head up to 60 and depart from West Wyvern and start our ascent to Millcastle? I mean, we're not going up a hill. Our departure to Millcastle. No idea. Up to 90 now. So I haven't actually been paying attention to this, but when we go up a slope or something, keep your eye on this because it will come up with a load of numbers, which obviously tell you the gradient that you're on. Right, up to max speed of 100 now. So once again, just keep an eye on the distance. Make sure that you're not going to overshoot the station. And yeah, if you want to keep an eye on the train icon as well for when we go up hills and stuff and slopes. I just need to focus on this driving, to be honest. But yeah, like that's another thing as well. Like this game has really made you need to concentrate now because, until you get comfortable with the braking system, I kind of just stare at the distance to the next station and obviously making sure that I'm not speeding at, other sections and stuff like that, and making sure that I'm constantly, acknowledging the AWS and things like that. And yeah, just making sure that I'm driving safe and stuff. There we go. We've hit the 0.4. Let's slow down. And as you can see, Millcastle is right there in front. And like I said, you will slow down. So about like 0.1 out, you'll be at 45. And then at like, you know, about 0.5, then you want to slow it down to 30. And then just judge your braking accordingly normally. Slow it down to 20. Wait a little bit. Drop it down to 10.
This train is formed of 4 coaches.
Or 5. And slow it down about there. Awesome. I'm not focusing on getting my perfect stops, but, you know, because I'm still trying to learn the braking system, you know, as quickly as possible. But once I've got that down, then I should be able to start perfecting some stops. I mean, these stops are good enough, you know, don't get me wrong. You know, these are close to perfect stops. You know, if I did these in trainings, I probably would pass, you know, judging on the stopping position. Because I'm pretty sure there's many different factors that they probably take into, you know, into consideration when judging the drivers. But yeah, parting out of Millcastle right now. Like I said, I'm still not a massive fan of the station. It's like Rocket Parade 2.0 for me. But if people enjoy it, then that's what they enjoy. Right now, the distance between Millcastle and Millcastle Racecourse is actually below 0.4. So with this one, you kind of just need to guess it. But like I said, you know, once you get, you know, used to the handling system, you will pretty much, you know, just get used to it, and, you know, you'll start to know when to start the braking.
And Rayleigh Bay.
Down to 10.
Formed of 4 coaches.
Down to 5. Wait for the place. Wait. Brake. There you go. Right next to the, or to the car door mirror.
Rayleigh Bay.
Yeah, the announcements are kind of a little bit weird, you know. I think they added some sort of like proximity to it, but it kind of feels like that proximity is like so far away. Like, I think when we did our stream on it, I was hearing an inboard announcement from a train that was on platform 5 when I was on platform 1 at Benton. Like, I don't know. I seriously don't know. It feels like that the proximity is so big, and I think they do need to shorten it a little bit. Anyway, wait for that. Wait for that marker. Wait for it. And down we go to 45. I usually just do 0.41 just to be sure, but like I said, 0.4, maybe even 0.35. You know. You will be fine, pretty much. You will be absolutely fine. So once again, go down to 30. And then just incrementally bring it down.
And Rayleigh Bay. This train is
Go down to 10 now. And then just keep an eye on it, keep an eye on it. Go down to 5 now. And wait. Stop. There we go. Right at the car marker. If I can actually get that word out. I think Wester Coast had a slight improvement with the building. I think we checked this out. I can't fully remember, but yeah, I think this station has had minor improvements. You know, probably not enough though to put on the update log, but I can't fully remember now. But we are now going to a to a revamped station of Faymere. So let's get up to speed over the Wester Coast flyover. I still think this river looks like the river from the EastEnders theme tune, i.e. the River Thames. I know it isn't, but it just makes me think of it, to be honest. Lol. Anyway, what's aboard? There we go. Again, just keep an eye on our distance to the next station, making sure that we don't overshoot it. Down we go. Obviously heading onto this track now. Obviously yesterday we went onto that track as we were going to Edgemead and not stopping at Faymere. There we go. Watch for 0.5. Slow down to 30. And then just modulate the braking as needed. So we'll go down to 20.
Rayleigh Bay. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
And now 10. And now bring it to a stop. And actually go to 5 there. But like I said, you know, once you do get comfortable with the braking system, the 45-30 steps aren't really needed.
This train is for Rayleigh Bay.
They really aren't.
The next station is Edgemead.
But yeah, as you've probably been seeing as we've been driving, like you saw yesterday as well, these lines have been moving and that's showing the inputs of the train. So watch when we start accelerating, the red will completely go because that's your braking, and then this will, you know, this will go. The only issue I haven't, you know, the only problem I have an issue with is that the symbol down here signifies electric or lightning. But the thing is that this line is only diesel only, so it just doesn't make sense. And obviously the next thing could be power, like power delivered to the wheels, which I kind of get, but I don't know. It's just for me, it just seems a little bit weird to, you know, have an electric symbol there. But having said that, I can't think of another, you know, symbol that they can use really. So yeah, there is that. Probably just wheels. I don't know.
Shortly be arriving at Edgemead.
Or just a green circle.
This is to
You know, green and red circle. Keep it simple.
Leighton West. Please mind the gap.
Right, here we go. Down to 30. This station is quite long, so you can kind of slow down to 30 literally as you're entering the station. But the car markers are quite blinding, to be fair. Like, they're right behind this waiting room. And if you're not careful, you could find yourself overshooting it. So just be a bit mindful of that, to be fair. Just be a bit mindful about that.
This is Edgemead.
But here we go, or here we go.
This is for Rayleigh
Oh, someone's
Bay.
on the server. Are they going to guard
The
us?
next
That's
station
Melvin. Yeah,
is
Melvin's here.
Lockby.
But yeah, here we go. Trying to depart. Here we go. Close the doors. And we will now get going. And pretty much from now, it's the exact same process, or the exact same route that we did yesterday. But I want to do the full route, so obviously we will show that today.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to
So up to 60, because that is going to be the speed limit.
station is as Lockby.
And once again, just keep an eye on that distance, even though we are going 60, so we can wait it, you know, out a little bit more. I think around about 0.2, we should be all right, like 0.25.
Will shortly be arriving at as Lockby.
Again, the semaphore signals.
Mind the gap between the
I
train
honestly,
and the
I don't think I will ever get tired of seeing those semaphore signals. Like, I could literally watch semaphore signals all day. If, you know, if I could. I honestly, I just would. I would.
This train is formed of 4 coaches.
Yeah, not the 2 to 3, the S car marker. Stop. Nicely done.
This is as Lockby.
Those door sounds went a little bit weird, to be fair.
For
I think because I was slowly coming out of here, I was kind of capturing 2 door sounds.
Carnally Bridge.
You know, I think I triggered 2 of the sound files. Anyway. Let's get going now. Off to Carnally Bridge. Semaphore signals! Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right, there we go. I think we dropped down to 50, obviously, before Carnally Bridge because of that, you know, siding thing. We can watch it again.
Carnally Bridge.
Honestly, majestic. Majestic. Right, here's where we slow down to 50.
Will shortly be arriving.
So we'll get that slowed down.
Carnally Bridge.
Please mind the gap.
Now we'll slow it down to 45. And now down to 30. Wait for the brakes.
4 coaches.
Must slow this down quite quickly, you know, actually. This station is not really as big as I thought it was, to be fair, but we're still going all right. Still going all right. And then wait for the brakes. There. Nicely done. Oh, there we go. Melvin is actually requesting to guard me. This is actually going to be a good time to check out the guard buzzer sound, and also something else that I see I find a little bit funny at this. Right, just watch this. So we've now activated a guard, and now look at this. Awaiting initial dispatch procedure. Waiting for guard to lock passenger doors. Awaiting final dispatch procedure. Like, it shows you every single step that the guard is doing. Every single step. But anyway, get ready for the buzzer. Oh, okay, right. Okay. It's only different on certain trains then. It's only different on certain trains. All right. That's fine. That is completely fine. I thought it was on all trains, but I guess not. But yeah, I just find that a little bit weird how it literally displays every signal, or like every single
Rayleigh Bay.
procedure that the guard is doing. I just find it a bit hilarious, to be fair.
Rayleigh Bay.
Anyway, heading into Rayleigh Bay. 30. See here, it does the slowing down steps for us, even though this one is 15 mile an hour. Not specifically 30, is it?
Between the train and the platform. This train terminates here. All
But there we go. Obviously, once again, the semaphore signals. The wonderful semaphore signals of SCR. Down to 15 now. And entering into the station. And we are only about 2 minutes delayed, which is not too bad. Definitely not realistic compared to UK train services. Absolutely not. 30 to an hour delayed from my experiences. Generally speaking, so. Anyway. Heading into the station right now. Once again, we'll get ready to spot our braking points. So again, we'll slow down to about 10 now. Wait until we get a bit closer to the buffer. Slow down to 5. I don't know why, but for terminating stations, I just prefer to be in external view. But like stopping at proper stations, I kind of enjoy the in-cab view a bit more, to be fair. But there we go. Open up the passenger doors. Or make it so Melvin can get out and do it himself. There we go. Yeah, they need to fix that seating thing, because honestly, it just gets a bit, I don't know, really. It's annoying when, you know, when you're running as either a guard or a dispatcher, and then you just get tagged on there. But yeah, there you go. 2 minutes lateness, 23 minutes this took. Gonna be a pretty long route. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy it. But yeah, that is the route Rayleigh Bay to Llyn-by-the-Sea. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Thank you to Melvin for being a guard for literally one station. I hope you enjoyed it yourself as well. But yeah. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you do leave a like and make sure to subscribe as well for more content on SCR. As I said, I'll be doing the future routes as well, so make sure you watch out for them. But for now, thank you everyone for watching. I've already said the outro. What do I say next to my outro? Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. But until then, take care and peace out. And as always, stay fetchy.